Hello, hello. Happy Sunday. I am still situating. Apologies. But yeah, I was trying to figure out a way to make this look nicer. And earlier today, I was trying to figure out this third-party app that I can stream through so I can share my screen and I can like put things up on the screen. But y'all, technology is getting complicated for me. I feel old. Today has been like just me learning how much is changing, and I'm like can't keep up. Then I heard about all these AI oh, thanks. If I'm old, that means you're really old. Just kidding. Yeah, when we were talking about Antonio and I were talking about the Sora AI thing, and then me trying to figure out. I'm just kidding. And then me trying to figure out this streaming platform. I just need more time with it, but there was a time when I felt like I was up on top of all the technology stuff and all the new stuff, and I was always keeping up with it. But not no more. I need to get back on that. Hello, my number one and my number two. Who can beat that? I dare you. So moral of the story is I need to put more time into my technology because I really do want this to look good and I want it to be cool. And number three, oh, now you're number two. I guess that's all it took was just oh, hey. Hi, Kara. Well, now you're number what? Well, that really escalated quickly. Just keep battling it out. This is what the live stream will be about. Yeah, I'm trying. I want to figure out a way. I want this to be cool. I want to put things on the screen. I want to play music. I want to do whiteboards. Because the way YouTube does it, it is very basic and I can't do anything. So, anywho, how's everyone's Sunday been going? What's y'all up to while I'm continuing to situate myself here? Scared. I thought that's what you were doing. Looked like you were hanging out in a foreign home. That's cool. I hope you're enjoying that. You get some chill cat time. Pretty neat. Yes, welcome. This is the sixth candlelight live stream. Which is crazy, because that means I've been doing this for 6 months. It does not feel like that. Not at all. And as always, I encourage you, before we start, to have some candles, some cozy items, such as a blanket, a hot beverage perhaps, or a cold beverage, whatever is your cup of tea. No pun intended. And whatever the heck else you want. It's going to be like 45 minutes to an hour, and we're just going to relax, y'all, and reflect, and connect, and talk about how we hope to go into our month of October. And I have decided, think last month or 2 months ago, I was trying to figure out how to name my live streams. I think I'm just gonna do the month that we're going into. So this is the October live stream. And yeah, we always talk about the month before, what that was like for us, reflecting on it, and then we do some journal prompts on the upcoming month, all based around a theme. So tonight's theme is harvest, appropriately because it is October and it's fall season. And here in Florida, I feel a little hint, just a little, when a breeze comes, I can smell just a little bit of fall. And I hope that continues to grow. I'm ready, very ready. And my inspiration for creating this community and this live stream is just to bring a little bit of peace and chillness in the chaotic world, because we all need a break from that every now and then. Am I right? And yeah, we all deserve a space to feel cozy and safe and accepted. So before we start, Paige, I'm happy you're here. Yay. Let's just put in the chat where you're at today, 1 through 5. 1 is, I feel like a pile of doo-doo. And 5 is, I feel amazing. Paige doesn't even have a ranking. That's rude. They're all over the place. Now Lily's number 1. Then she was number 3. How does this work? I don't understand the mechanics of the ranking system. Well, Paige, now you're number 1. I don't get it. Paige, you're a 4. Lily's a 4. Karen, the 3. I'd say I'm a 3.75 for between a 3.5 and a 4. Okay. So we're not too bad today. Nobody's a 1. That's good. If you have not been here before, I think everyone in here, I know, but you never know. And for those of you watching the replay, the outline of tonight and my live streams are, we start with just a little grounding thing, and then I'll play a song that is appropriate for the theme, and then we'll talk about the song a little bit, and then we'll talk about the theme a little bit, have a little discussion on the theme of harvest, which is tonight's theme. And then we'll do some journaling prompts. So if you have a journal, or if you want to type it, or you have an app or something you use, we'll have that ready. And then we'll end with a little grounding visualization thing to send you off into the month. But I forgot to ask what you guys are drinking or snacking on. I try to do that every time. So you have your rating 1 through 5. And then also please tell me what you're drinking, because I need to know. I need to picture it. I have just some good old chamomile tea. It is very hot. Water. I'm just kidding. I have water too. Hydrate. Hydro homies. Yeah. I'm trying to make a little series here. So one with the theme. We started out with awaken, then rooted, and then nourish, bloom, thrive, And now we're in the harvest stage. Everyone got water. That's great. I'm glad we're all hydrated. So now we're in the harvest stage. Start thinking about what that means for you, because I feel like there's a lot of different directions I could have went with this tonight, but I kind of picked one that felt right to me, I guess. But I think there's a lot of things that could mean metaphorically. So start thinking about what that means for you, and we will start with our little breathing, getting in the mode. Another thing that happened tonight, besides me not understanding the streaming app, was my microphone stand just broke. I moved it, and I don't even understand this. It's like metal, and it didn't even it wasn't hard to do. It didn't make a noise. It just snapped. I don't get this, guys. What is this sorcery? It was like it was just a soft piece of metal, and it just was like, nope. Not doing it. Not doing it today. So now I gotta fix that. All right, let's do just some breathing in and out. We'll do 3 breaths in and out with the music. So we'll get comfy cozy. And then start by breathing in. And out. In. Out. In. Out. Okay. Are we centered? I think that was 3, maybe 4. The more the merrier. So the song I'm going to play today is called I Am by Satsang. I think that's how you say it. I really like this song, and I can't remember how I discovered it, but it's kind of different. Maybe it's not totally obvious why I picked this song, but when I'm playing it, but we'll talk about it afterwards a little bit. So just listen to the words, think about the theme a little bit, what it might mean, and then we'll reflect on it together. Fear the unknown, 'cause I know what I am here for. I keep on trotting on my own path, keep on learning from the present and past. Yeah, I no longer need validation, 'cause my story is long and I'm patient. I know I have lessons to learn, keep my heart open each step I earn. No need for me to feel alone, 'cause I got a place I call home. Every single road traveled, every single new place, I come back home and they accept me with grace. I know that I was meant to be here, and I know that I was born into fear, but I will stand tall in the lion's den, 'cause I know in my heart I am one of them. There are lies in the facets of everything that we see here, telling us to be scared when all we ever are is free. I'm letting go of the things that don't serve me no more, 'cause I am holy and sacred and righteous and true. I deserve to be here, and so do you. I deserve to be here. I'm in a constant transition, constantly changing vision. Story never certain, there is always a revision to be made. I think about the demons I have slayed. I am not afraid of confrontation in vain. To the people that seek evil, not as peaceful as I look. A warrior at heart, so precaution must be took. Trying to give in to the lessons that will soften. My ways and means are changing, cause I talk to spirit often. Tell me to stay sharp, tells me to stay present. Tell me to ignore the fools and focus on ascent. I will starve my ego and I will remain strong. I will make mistakes and I will often be wrong. I'm perfectly imperfect and I'm only here to learn. And all the evil from the path gets burned. I said I'm perfectly imperfect and I'm only here to learn. And all the evil on the path gets burned. I'm paralyzed in the facets of everything that we see, telling us to be scared when all we ever are is free. I'm letting go of the things that don't serve me no more, cause I am holy and sacred and righteous and true. I deserve to be here, and so do you. Pressure always comes from the outside. Try not to let it in where I reside. This is my heart, my home, my choice, my love, my life, my path, my voice. I feel my heart grow with each step. Stand firm in where the path goes next. I know where it goes is where I need to be. The more lessons rain down, more blessings I see. There are lies in the facets of everything that we see. They're telling us to be scared when all we ever are is free. I'm letting go of the things that don't serve me no more, cause I am holy and sacred and righteous and true. I deserve to be here, and so do you. I deserve to be here. That is I Am by Sat Singh. There's a lot of words in that song. There's a lot of lyrics. But when I was like looking at this, I'm like, well, where do I even begin? Because he says a lot of stuff that I feel like is important, and how it was hard to choose what to talk about with that. But thank you, thank you, thank you. You guys are so cute. But the reason I picked this song is because when I think of harvest and was really thinking about it and what that means, I kind of felt like what kept coming up for me was how what we harvest in our lives is what we think and what we believe about ourselves and the world is kind of what we harvest and what we see. And the song talked a lot about like belief in yourself and having power within yourself, and not giving into things that the world or things from the outside and what's happening with that, all that. Because I think that the more that we have these, the more we believe in our own abilities and our own selves, the more we'll see that externalized in our lives. And so to me, that's what I was thinking of when I think of harvest. So why don't you guys throw some things in the chat? Well, what comes to your mind when you think of the term harvest and what that might mean and what it could represent for us? Because I think there's a lot of things it could mean. Ouchie. My tea's still hot. Let me check my fancy app. As I was talking about not being up on technology, I'm turning down the temperature of my mug on an app. Well, it says my preferred temperature has been reached, but it feels too hot. So, yeah, that's one thing harvest could mean. And if you think of something, we'll throw it up there because I'm curious what comes to mind when you think of that. And some parts in this song that stand out to me with this theme are when he talks about like knowing yourself. That theme came up a lot, which I think is really crucial in harvesting a meaningful life. Is really knowing yourself and knowing what's true about you. Output from hard work. Yes, that's a good one too. We harvest all the effort we put in. A product of effort in a gathering after waiting. Oh, I like that. A gathering after waiting. Because sometimes we do have to wait. That's the truth. And harvests take time, not immediate. And if it was immediate, if you think about farming or if you're like tending to something, that would be a little concerning if your plant just grew out of nowhere all of a sudden. You'd be like, how did you get enough nutrients for that? How are you going to be able to sustain that? Because you just popped right out of there. So we need time to harvest things. And another part of the song that came up a lot was presence or being present, which I think of presence as like a fertilizer. That's probably one of the best fertilizers you could use when you're working towards harvesting. It's Yeah, you can't tend to what you planted if you're always somewhere else, if you're thinking about something else. It's hard to tend to what's happening right now. And another thing, again, he talked about a lot of things in this. If you guys want to look these lyrics up, you should, because there's a lot we could go. Well, a lot of places we could go with this, but we don't have time. Letting things go. And I really like this concept because sometimes harvesting means like letting go of things that weren't working. If you're like harvesting your crop and there's bound to be some like dead plants in there, some rotten foods, rotten vegetables, some weeds. So part of harvesting, I think, is like recognizing what is working for you, what you want to keep, and what you don't. So think about that one because that's going to be part of the journaling prompt, I think. I think I asked a question about that. So a huge part of harvest, like I was saying earlier, is like the beliefs we have about ourselves and the thoughts we're having, because that is what gets us to create the world, our world, and our lifestyle. It all starts with thoughts and beliefs. So we're going to go into some journaling prompts. So if you have your things ready, but before we do that, let's just talk about that concept a little bit. I'm going to try not to talk too much about this because I might, but our brains, excuse me, are plastic. They change in response to what we're focusing on. So if you want a good harvest, then think about the things you do want to focus on. Like if you're constantly having the thought of, I'm not good enough, or I can't do this, you're reinforcing that neural pathway. Think of thoughts as like what you're watering. And then the more you're watering that thought, the more that's going to grow. The more you're going to see that you aren't good enough. So part of our journaling thing too is going to reflect on what thoughts and beliefs you do want to water so that you can produce the harvest you want. So let's start that, shall we? Our little journaling section. So I'm gonna remember to copy and paste into the chat so you can see it. But excuse me. We'll start with our first question that we always do. We'll have 3 for the past month, to reflect on the past month. And the first question is, how would you describe your past month overall? How's this past month felt for you overall? What are the first words that come to mind, the first feelings you think of? Maybe even like situations you're thinking of. What comes to mind? And we'll do like a couple minutes for each question. Oh yeah, you play some music in the background since YouTube doesn't let me do that. So please play your music because that will give the mood that I want. The mood is having music on. YouTube doesn't want that mood, but I do. The next question is, what beliefs or mindsets do you feel like you were carrying this past month? And how did they shape your outcome? Oh, I love that. Oh, yeah. Share your answer to number 1. Almost forgot. I don't know why I was like, let's share them at the end. Well, that's going to be overwhelming. Just if you want to throw it up there, tell me about your month, what it's been like for you. And then you can start on number 2, which is what I'm posting in the chat. No, I wanted, that's how we usually do it. So I'm glad you put that up there. I just was having a brain fart. But I like that, slowing down, awareness, and adjustment. So a lot of just being like, maybe redirecting your attention. There's number 2. What beliefs or mindsets did you carry this month? And how did they shape your actions or outcomes? And you can throw your responses up anytime because I can always go back and point you out. Lily says, I'm in control, which caused me to feel stressed and irritable. So the thought you're having a lot is, I'm in control, which makes you feel stressed and irritable. Yes, because if you believe you're always going to be in control, you won't be disappointed. And Kara says, cocooning, retreating, and liminal. Ooh, Nice word choice. Liminal. That gives me a vision. Picture. Yes, you're in a cocooning, retreating era. I hope that that's been healing for you and cozy. I'm sure it has its pros and cons. All right, I put number 3 up there, which is where in your life did you see growth? Excuse me. Apologize for my coughing. Where in your life did you see growth, even if it was slow or subtle? So we're going to focus our attention on the past month and where you felt like your growth was happening or where the harvest was coming out a little bit. Like, where did you notice maybe things blooming and harvesting? Another way to ask that question is, what are you proud of having tended to? Even if it wasn't perfect, what are you proud of yourself for tending to this past month? And if you want to put any of those answers up. Unintentionally confronted some anxiety I still hold around stepping back and down from things, admitting that I don't have the capacity. We love that. It was unintentional, but sounds like it was something you needed. Good for you. I love that. You're still recovering quite a bit. Page put growth and asking for help. I love this theme here, just like recognizing what you need. You need help. You need rest. You need space away from things. Allowing myself to really tune in with Romy's needs without my worldview glasses on, which allow me to give him control. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, when you can like step out of your own self and be like, step back and look at the big picture or like where Romy's at, gives you a different perspective. A top of hierarchy exposure, literally no one asked for. Wow, what a good mommy. I agree. All right, let's go into this month. 3 more prompts. Numero uno. What kind of harvest are you intentionally working toward by the end of the season? So, like, what feels important to you, basically, to be working towards? By end of the season, I guess I mean the end of the month, because that's the focus of our journal prompts. So what is your focus on what you want to harvest by the end of the month? Also, what are you listening to? What music? Just like I need to know what you're drinking, I need to know the musical background, the background music. That's real important to me. Starting to change my view of success and what that means for me, and not what I think that means for everyone else. Doing lots of clapping today because, yes, I really love that. What does success actually mean for you? Not what everyone else thinks success means. Because a lot of times that can be pretty different. Especially when you're a mother. There's a lot of expectations on you. She's a little more cooled down now. Oh. Oh, yeah. You need 2 devices to do that. Lame. See, this is why I need to be motivated to do my streaming app. Because I want to play music in the background. Royalty free, of course. Okay. Please put your... Don't feel rushed, but I'm going to put the next one up. Taylor's playing a yellow card hammock record. Yellow card hammock? What is that? Hammock. In the next room. And it's really pretty. Well, that sounds like a great way to listen to background music. Is it like yellow card and somebody else? I'm looking this up. A brief hold while I research this. Oh. I'm listening to this right now. This will be my background music. Okay. I'll report back my thoughts and feelings. Second question for this month. Why did my screen just turn off? Hello? Okay, she's back. If your current beliefs are shaping your future harvest, what belief would you like to strengthen or rewrite right now? So if you think of your thoughts and beliefs as watering something, what would you like it to be? Wait, am I reading that right? What belief would you like to strengthen or rewrite now? What belief would you like that you think would contribute to the harvest you want to see? That's what I'm asking. I'll put up there. Maybe you can, just read that and do it because words are hard right now. I hope that makes sense. Crying out loud. If your current beliefs are shaping your future harvest, what belief would you like to strengthen or rewrite right now? Like what do you want to believe? That's another way to answer that or to ask that. I like this page. I gotta listen to the Ocean Avenue one. And then only one. Okay, thanks, Kara. Sometimes translating thoughts into words, it's a real hard thing to do, you know. It's not my fave. Need to work on that self-compassion. Not sure if that's a belief. That's a good answer. Just in general, that's the umbrella, like, focus. Just self-compassion. Yes. And I guess beliefs under that would be like, it's okay to rest, or it's okay to say no, or whatever that is. I'm allowed to take space that I need. I have importance and can take up space. Yes. More claps. If I could find you now. This is beautiful. I'm adding this to something. I don't know what. Some playlist. Okay, last question. This is the one I always ask last, which is the mantra one. If you had to choose a mantra or a reminder for the month based on the theme of tonight and what we talked about, what would it be and why? Like, sum up like your main thing you want to take away into a mantra or a sentence. Tonight. Okay, this one, I really want to hear y'all's mantra. I really want to hear it. Just like I wanted to hear about your drink and your music. This is the most important of all. Even more important than a beverage. What is your mantra for the month? And why? It seems like Kara talked a lot about, well, like self-compassion and recognizing your needs and being okay with that, being okay with your needs. And Lily was talking about control and taking up space, letting go of control. Maybe that was the theme, taking up space. Sometimes it's necessary to set aside my needs, but also it's necessary to voice and meet my own needs as well. Both can be true. Yes, that's very insightful. Because you can decide in the moment, based on what's happening, what feels the most important in the moment. It doesn't have to be the same thing. It doesn't all have to be like, I'm always gonna attend to my needs 24/7 every second of the day. Maybe sometimes you, especially as mom, sometimes you kind of go back and forth between that. Yes, good stuff, y'all. So this time I do have, you can still throw your things up there, but I'm going to start our little wind down. It is worthwhile to tend what remains. Some things still grow in the dark. Oh, that's so beautiful. Very poetic. I really love that. Some things still grow in the dark, like trusting that things are still happening, even if it doesn't feel like it, or even if you're in the dark or you're in a more cocoony phase. It doesn't mean nothing's happening at all. So last month I did not do this part because it didn't feel right, but I think this is a good way to end today. Is this little grounding visualization, just a way to like take everything we talked about and cement it into our neurons, or however you want to say it. I don't know. So to do that, if you're not comfy already, I hope you are, get comfy, in comfy position. And if you want to close your eyes, you can. And if you want to just stare into space, you can do that. And we'll start by taking a slow breath in, holding, and exhale. Hard work allows a harvest, and rest is allowed too. Yes, they're both equally important. We'll breathe in again and hold and out. Now, let's imagine yourself standing at the edge of a wide open field. This is your inner life, your field, and we'll look out across it. Some parts might be wild and blooming, some parts might be bare, some parts might just be waiting to be tended to or waiting for planting. And some might have really deep roots, quietly growing but not able to be seen. Nothing here is bad or good. There's no right or wrong. It's just you. So let yourself see what's growing. These are harvests of your choices, your patterns, your beliefs, your actions. Now let's bring to mind a belief that you've been holding lately. One that doesn't really give you the harvest that you want. Maybe it's blocking things to grow, or it's blocking you from pursuing certain things or doing what you need to be doing. One that's kind of been on repeat, maybe in the background of your mind. Is it I'm not doing enough? Is it I have to get it right? Is it something like why even try? Well, notice what that belief has been planting. What kind of harvest does it bring? Does it bring stagnation or mistrust, anxiety? And what does it look like if it were a plant? Maybe it's a pokey thorn or something with dead leaves. And let's imagine gently without judgment, pulling up this plant and letting it go. Maybe there's somewhere else it can serve a purpose even better than it is right now. We'll let it go into the wind. Now imagine placing a new seed in your hand, something that you do want to nourish, a belief you want to nourish, and one that serves you and brings you closer to the harvest that you want. What would that be? Maybe it's, I am enough as I am. The work I'm doing matters. My pace is still progress. Maybe it's the mantra you said earlier. Well, whatever it is, let it feel true, even if it's just a whisper of truth. Now we'll plant it into the soil of your field. Cover it with care. We'll water it. Give it some sunlight. And imagine this is your new harvest. What might grow from this place in this month ahead? And how would you show up differently if you truly believed this new thought? And what kind of person would that version of you become? Let that image stay with you and anchor you as you move forward. We'll take one final breath in and out as you slowly bring your awareness back into the room. You open your eyes when you're ready. And we'll carry these intentions, our mantras, all those things that you've identified today into the rest of the month. And I hope it can continue to grow and grow and grow as the month goes on. And that's it. That's my little visualization. And I feel like when I was doing this, when I was working on this, it ended up going in a totally different direction than I thought it would go, but I liked it, so I kept doing it. Because I do think that's really the foundation of everything, at least in my mind, is what we believe. I'm glad you enjoyed it. I hope it'll help you relax and sleep well tonight. The next live stream is Sunday, November 2nd, 9 p.m. Eastern. And I don't think I'm going to do my Monday tune-in tomorrow. This YouTube shift is it's throwing me off, and I keep forgetting to do my, with YouTube, you have to you don't have to, but I try to pre-schedule it so that I can put the word out there, and I just haven't been doing that, y'all. I do want to do Monday tune-ins again. Maybe starting next week. I'm glad you enjoyed, Paige. And if you haven't already, subscribe to me on YouTube and join my Discord. My dream is to get this Discord vibing and thriving in my Vibe and Thrive circle and to do fun things on it. So join if you have not. Follow me on Instagram, Uku-Lela Therapy. And I hope you have a great October and a great night. Thank you for joining me. Y'all the best. Paige, Kara, Lily, my OG sisters. And anyone else that's watching. I really appreciate you. I'll see you next month. Bye.